Hi, I'm Will Bruin, and I was just recognized as a Seattle Sounders legend. Now I get to do voice reads for the Sounder at Heart podcast network.
Here we go. Come on! Hey, O'Shan! Let's go!
The Seattle Sounders have done it! MLS Cup winners!
Here comes Rui Diaz through the middle to crown it for Seattle!
The Sounders rule the region!
Seattle Sounders is campeón! All creatures great and small!
¡De la Vega! ¡No me pongo de pie! ¡De rodillas!
You know, what was the thought process in terms of who you decided to use and who you didn't?
Ever since Sounder at Heart wrote a commentary that we didn't take Gold Cup seriously.
This episode of Nos Arietes is sponsored by Full Pull Wines, a Seattle-based wine retailer and proud sponsor of Nos Arietes since 2011. Full Pull was founded in 2009, is based in Seattle, and is owned and operated by longtime Sounders supporters. They offer the best boutique wines of the world to members of their mailing list, with special focus on their home, the Pacific Northwest.
Hey, what's going on, Sounder at Heart family? We are here on a special exclusive production of Labin Scorchers, Sounder at Heart. And I do say it's a special edition. It's a special episode because today we are the first to talk to a guy of our own, kid from the academy, a fan favorite, a midfielder that has always had a privileged foot and now is getting a chance to prove that in Liga MX with now one of my favorite teams. And, you know, my wife is Chiva, but now I'm half Necaxa because I have been watching every single game. And without further ado, we're going to be bringing in Danny Leyva to the stage.
Thank you, Niko. It's a pleasure to be here again, talking with you. And thank you for the introduction. Really happy to be here and talk with you.
No, Danny, man, I'm excited, man. I am not kidding you, man. I have not missed a Necaxa game. Watching you play, put in dimes, being that set piece specialist that we all know you could be has been great. That last game was phenomenal. You should have had 2 assists in that one, by the way.
Yeah.
But you know what? You and Julian Carranza it's a match made in heaven. Love seeing you there. So just for starters, first of all, how are you? How has this new scenery, this new club been, the adaptation? What could you tell us about all that?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Enjoying every moment. Obviously, it's always different when you move to a different country, to a new league, like you said, to adapt to the different styles of play and everything. But I'm enjoying every second of it. I think I had a good preparation leading up to the start of the league. I came here early in December to do the full preseason. So I think I've been enjoying it a lot, learning a lot of new things as well, because, the league is different as well. The stadiums, everything, so I'm enjoying every second of it.
What has been or how would you describe the culture shock? I mean, you've been an academy kid for the Sounders, a first team player for the Sounders. I mean, it's all been in one club, right? One system, one methodology, one group of coaches. How has that, change been? What's been different about now being in Necaxa?
Yeah, I think like you said, my time in Seattle, it was very consistent. I think, the mentality, the culture was always, the desire to win. The coaching staff was pretty much the same throughout my time there. I know I started with Gonzalo Pineda, with Jimmy Traore. Obviously, Schmetz was there, and he's been there all through these years. And obviously, the new coaching staff with Freddie Juarez and Andy and Preki, they've all helped me grow a lot. So I think it's been different, and it's been good to join a new place, to learn new things. Obviously, with the new coaching staff here, we're learning a lot of new ideas, new concepts, new styles that we want to try out and implement in our game. And I think it's helped me grow. I think it's always, hard to make a change, especially coming up through the academy in Seattle and after they've given me everything. But I think, change can also bring positive growth. So I think I'm learning a lot. I'm enjoying it. And I'm also working hard to make the most out of my time here and every opportunity I get.
Before we get into where you are right now with Necaxa and other things about you right now, I did want to ask you a tough one. And it's obviously as part of that transition. It kind of felt like this season, it was Danny Leyva's time with the Sounders. Like if there was ever a time that was going to be Danny Leyva's time, it was this one, right? Because there was an opening, there was that opportunity for you to be the man at center midfield. So when you had the change, and not about the new club, but moving on from the Sounders, right when maybe it would have been your time to shine, did that give you any mixed feelings about, when you were here, maybe you didn't get as much opportunity as, you could have or you wanted to, and now when it was your time, you were moving somewhere else?
Yeah, I think obviously, like you said, mixed feelings, but at the same time, I think my idea was always very clear. I always worked hard in training, and my idea was to play, to try to be a starter and influence whatever role I had. And I think, like you said, maybe, the timing of things, maybe if I would have, this year would have been a little bit different. I think we don't know, until the things actually happen. It's kind of hard to see if they actually pan out that way. But I think, my mentality was always, like I said, and I told you a lot last year, maybe these past years when I wasn't playing a lot, was that for me, it was always to be better than I was yesterday. And, if I wasn't playing in the games, then my games were the training sessions. I think that was always my mentality. And I think that past year was a great year, not only for me individually, especially with the team winning Leagues Cup, but I think it helped me grow a lot and mature a lot in the sense of a professional. And I think when this opportunity came up, I think it was also something that I wanted to do. I grew up watching a lot Liga MX, and I think it's somewhere where you can learn a lot of new things, where there's a lot of talent, there's a lot of good players individually. Tactically, it's very good. The league is very competitive. Every game here is a final, I think, and they treat it that way. And I think, I mean, it was a good decision, and I'm enjoying every second of it here. And like I told you, and I've always told everyone that Seattle for me is home, and they helped me grow into the 14-year-old that I was, all the way to the person I am now, and also the professional I am now. So I'm forever grateful. I'm for sure that they feel that way too.
Yeah, look, I feel like I've watched you grow, and I was just covering you. I mean, I was just on the sidelines, just, trying to get my time with Danny Leyva. But I am curious, how was that final conversation with Brian Smetzer before you? Did you have a conversation? What was that like?
Yeah, no, with everyone at the club. Obviously, Brian has always been very supportive of me. I think he's always been someone that tells you the things straightforward, and the final, when the opportunity came up, he basically just told me that whatever I decided, that I had his support, and that all these years with him, that he had nothing else to say but good things, that I always prepared myself in the best way possible. I was always trying to help the team out, whether I was playing or not. And that was going to help me take me far in my career. I think if I maintain that discipline, that mentality, and that confidence in myself, that was the most important thing.
Perfect. So now we're at Club Necaxa. I'm excited to watch you. The team is 11th right now in the standings. It's early, but I feel like they should be higher than that. I mean, there's been a couple of games where, there's been, a red card or, a goal that maybe you guys could have prevented. Where are you now with the team and where the team is going? Because there's some exciting talent in this team.
Yeah, no, I think obviously, like you said, there's a lot of new people coming in, new players, the new coaching staff, and I think we needed that time to adapt. And maybe, as every process goes, sometimes it works out really quick, or other times it takes a little bit more time. But I think right now we're in the perfect moment. We won this past game, which was, I think, crucial to gain momentum, to gain confidence in our idea and our style of play, that we want to be a team that dominates possession, that especially at home, wants to make it hard for teams to come here and play. And I think defensively, be very aggressive with the pressure. And I think we showed that in the last game. So I think, especially here, like I told you, every game is a final. There's pressure in every game. So for us to be able to get a victory in that past game was huge. And now we need to carry it on with the momentum for Juarez this Saturday.
Who's a player that you've kind of just really created a really quick chemistry with? Is there anyone specifically? It feels like you and Julian on the field that's clear cut, and he seems like it's a good one. But anybody else or him, off the field?
Yeah, I think connection-wise, everyone has been great. It's a very healthy locker room. I think they welcome me in the best way possible. I think here there's a very tight-knit group. The unity that there is with the group, it's one big family. But I don't know. There's everyone has been really good to me. I had to say probably Juli, especially since he's new too, and I know him a bit from MLS too, from Philly. I think we kind of connected a little bit more, coming from similar leagues from different country as well. So I think that connection was really special, and I think we can help grow that too as well. But also, I think everyone, the young players here, they give them a lot of chance. They give them a lot of opportunities. I know Tello was really one that surprised me, and I love the way he plays, and especially the style of play that we have. I think fits perfectly into the midfield. Lolo's another one that came from a big club, from Cruz Azul, who is also a big leader and trying to learn things from everyone and make connections so that we can continue to grow.
Thank you for listening to the Sounder at Heart podcast network, which now includes Nos Arietes, Lobbing Scorchers, and the Cooler Guild. Although this podcast is free, it's only made possible through our paid subscribers. Plans start as low as $30 a year and allow us to remain independent and mostly ad-free. Subscribers get access to all our written and podcast content, including a full-text RSS feed and a mostly ad-free podcast feed that includes every show in one spot. If you really like what we're doing, though, I'd encourage you to sign up at our higher tiers, which include all sorts of various perks. The most popular of those is our members-only Discord, where the real Sounders sickos hang out. I know I've called this group the smartest, funniest, and best-informed Sounders fans in the world, but it's more than the rough equivalent of a Sounders Mensa meeting. Discord is where we make things happen, like for real. You know the promotion the Sounders ran that offered fans the opportunity to trade in their Messi jersey for a Paul Rothrock one? That originated in our community. You'll not only be the first to know about stuff, but you also have a semi-direct line to the movers and shakers at the Sounders organization. If you want to be one of the totally normal people who occupy the Sounder at Heart Discord, just become a supporter of Sounder at Heart. Anyway, thanks for listening, and go Durs. Nos Arietes, admittedly, is not exactly known for our spicy takes, but that doesn't mean we want our food to be mild. Spice up your life with Haxon Ferments. Handcrafted in Georgetown and made with the best local ingredients from across the Pacific Northwest, they specialize in unique small batch fermented hot sauces and vinegars. Haxon Ferments brings bold flavors and natural fermentation together for something truly special. Whether you're a heat seeker or just looking to elevate your cooking, you'll find something you love at haxonferments.com. That's HAXANFERMENTS.com. And right now, if you use the code SOUNDERATHEART, that's all one word, at checkout, you will get a free hot sauce with your order. Again, go to haxonferments.com, use the code SOUNDERATHEART at checkout for a free hot sauce with your order. Haxon Ferments is a proud sponsor of the Sounder at Heart podcast network.
How would you compare the level of play? I mean, you played in MLS your whole career, now in Liga MX. How would you compare those two?
I think it's, in a sense, really similar. I think maybe MLS, I would say, is a bit more direct in terms of the physicality. A lot of counterattacks, a lot of back and forth here. Maybe is not as quick as the level of speed, but physically the level is very high. Technically, it's very high. The players are very smart, and tactically, teams are really solid. So I think there's a lot of more thoughts and decision making going into every play, into every game plan. So I think that's a little bit more different than MLS, but I think very similar. The quality is very high, the competition is very high, and like I said, the pressure here and the passion is top.
Speaking of that passion, what's the atmosphere of Necaxa in general? The fan base, the daily occurrence. You were here with possibly the best culture in MLS and with the Sounders fan base. But now with Necaxa, how has that been?
No, it's been good. The support here in the city is amazing. I think we saw in all our home games this season that the people come, the people support, and what I love is that they also demand. I think that's something that you need at every football club. Like we saw in Seattle, the culture of wanting to win. I think the culture here is the same. They demand results. They demand that the team plays an attractive style of soccer, and I think that here is very important. I think the fans are amazing. They come, they support in the good moments and the bad moments. But the most important thing is that they stick together. And honestly, I've been very, very surprised and very happy with it too, because when you have fans like that, it motivates you to want to get better, to perform for them, and to give it all for the bash.
Where do you feel like you've grown the most over the last couple of months?
Yeah, I think maturity wise, I think I've always been a player that's been very mature, but I think it's being able to, to adapt to new styles of play, to adapt to a new locker room, to adapt to the new league as well. I think it's just being able to have that capacity to adapt to different situations and not change the way that I am or the way that I play, but how can I be influential with the way that I play and kind of connect it with the style of play here that's very different, that sometimes is more physical and not so much fluid with the flow and the rhythm of the game, but also how can I make the most out of the opportunities I get and make a bigger impact and have a bigger role with the team. I think that's where I've grown a lot, and I'm enjoying every moment of it here, and I think it's helped me grow. Every day I'm learning something new, so it's good.
Before we get into maybe some lighter questions, I do want to get a little feel from you and how you're living down there. I did want to ask you, how important is it for you that, look, us that have followed your career know that the set piece, el especialista que eres, it's not just, it doesn't just happen. I mean, you were the guy that was the last guy leaving the field every single time here because you were just set piece after set piece after set piece. How good does it feel that right now that's, provided your first assistance and now you're getting that responsibility, right, from the coach?
No, I think it's big. It's huge. I think I talked a lot about it last year with the coaching staff that if I could add that to my game, it's a plus, It gives you something different that maybe other players don't have. And like you said, it's just practice, a lot of sacrifice. Like you said, I try to practice, try to perfect it, try to see what I can do to improve it, try to maybe hit different types of situations with the dead ball or free kicks or something to try to get something out of it, especially in today's game. I think there's always opportunities to score in different dead ball situations, and even more where the games are so tight, so close. You need that little bit of advantage. And it's just putting in the hours. I think I've always been someone that wants to do extra, that wants to work more than the others to try to, perfect, whether it's my left foot or my right foot or curling the ball or the long switches, so that in the game it comes off perfect. And I think, having that confidence in myself, but also the responsibility and the opportunity to do it in the games from the coaching staff is huge. I think right now I'm taking advantage of it, and it's just continuing to perform, continuing to perfect it, not stop, and continuing to work.
Now, look, the readers will not forgive you if I don't ask this question, because everybody's waiting to see what they got to do to possibly watch you. And I don't know if you know this just yet, but the show Club Necaxa, the FX show, is that coming up? Are you going to be there? Because I mean, I'm sure there's going to be a ton of subscribers from the Seattle area, Washington State.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully. Right now there hasn't been any filming them, but maybe the next season we appear and make an appearance. I have to practice my acting, but it'll be good. It'll be good.
We're excited. We have to ask it. I mean, people have been wondering, right?
It's exciting
about it. The other thing that I keep hearing from people is, what is life like now down there in Aguascalientes? When you go out, like, what is it like? How that adaptation part of it has been? How different is it? Do people recognize you a lot more down there?
Yeah, no, I think the people do recognize you when you go out. And culture-wise, I think it's very similar. I think, like I said, I grew up, and my parents are from Mexico City, so we grew up with that Mexican culture. I think that's a big part of my life and how I am and how I was raised, to treat others with respect, to have that sense of community and very close with my family. So I think here it's all of that. I think even more. So I think the culture is very rich. The people are very friendly. People are very family oriented. And I think here the life is very, very calm, very easygoing, very, like I said, family oriented. So for me, that's perfect. Somewhere where I know I can enjoy the city. I can go out and be with my family, maybe go out for a walk or something. And also gives me, time to focus on the soccer and what I love to do. So I think in that sense, the culture is very rich. The food is amazing. The people are amazing. There's a lot of good things. The festivals here that's going to happen soon in the summer is good as well. So yeah, I think culture-wise, it's amazing. It's amazing. And I'm enjoying it a lot because I know when I was younger, I used to come visit here in Mexico and Mexico City, especially with my grandparents, my aunts, my cousins, and everyone. So now being able to live over here and be closer to them is something that, I've always wanted to do. And, it gives me a great happiness as well.
Where's the best food? What's the best thing that you've been able to try down there? If I ever go to Aguascalientes, what is Danny Leyva spa? What is that you've tried that you've just really liked down there?
Well, there's a lot of good meat and steak places here. So once you come, maybe I'll give you a little tour and show the places. But I can't name one because there's so all of them are so good. You have to come.
What's your favorite taco? Al pastor, campechana? What is it?
It's al pastor, but over here they have tacos de picaña, toritos también that are very good, like with cheese and the tortilla and all blend together. But yeah, it's good.
How much do you follow the Sounders? How much do you chicken?
All the time. I still talk with the guys, with Cody and Stuart, and especially the younger guys to check up on how they're doing as well. FaceTime calling them, especially when they were in preseason. But I'm always following them because, it's good to maintain those relationships. And especially, Seattle is also my club. So I'm always keeping up with them. And I know it'll be a great year. I just saw the new kits and I need one as well. So I'm going to talk to my guy.
There you go. What do you think about the kit? You like it?
Good. Yeah, I like it. I think it's very different, but I think the full kit will be good. And I like it. It's good.
Have you been able to see Obed Vargas? What do you think about him going to Atletico Madrid?
Yeah, no, good. I talked with him recently when he made his move to Atletico. Obviously, I think we all saw it coming and we all saw the growth that he had with Seattle. So I think it was a very big, not a big surprise, but a big move. And I think we were also happy for him. And especially today, they have a game today against Barca. So it's going to be an important one. And yeah, very happy for him to see him grow and get this opportunity. So it's very good.
Wonderful. Look, I know that Diego, the PR guy, I know he told me it's going to be a certain amount of time. I do not want to get him upset. I want to be on his good side so we continue to do this. But before we go, I just wanted to give you the open mic because we didn't really get to see you or say goodbye. A lot of the fans, it was very quick. It was before the season. What do you have to say to the fans, all of them who have been asking about you and, now are watching Necaxa? What would you say to those fans here from the Sounders community?
Yeah, I think it's tough to say in one simple message, but I think just a big thank you to the club, first of all, because they believed in me when I was a young little kid, and they gave me the opportunity and the platform and the atmosphere to grow and to make my dream possible. So for the club, nothing but being grateful and words of, I'm privileged to be able to have worn the Sounders jersey to represent the city, to represent the fans, which like you said, I think are the best in MLS. And yeah, I think it's tough always to say goodbye, but there's always opportunities down the road that keeps us connected. And like everyone says, once a Sounder, always a Sounder. I truly think that's real, and I feel it that way because I felt the jersey. I played every game with my heart and the passion that I had towards the club. So just a big thank you to everyone. I'm still keeping up with you guys. I will always keep you guys in my heart, and you never know, down in the future, there's always opportunities to reunite, whether that's, in football or outside in the city. Like I said, my sister's still over there playing with University of Washington. So there's always those connections. And I think this is my home, like I said, because I grew up there. I learned a lot there. I matured. I went from a little kid to an adult. So yeah, it's thank you, and see you guys soon.
Look at that, man. I can't think of a better way to finish this interview, Danny. Thank you so much. We do want you to know that we hope this is not the last time. We are going to continue to follow your career with Necaxa. We're hoping that you guys continue to climb up in the standings. And, man, if anything at all, we are proud of you. We hate to see you go, but we love to see where you're at, man. Getting minutes, doing what you love to do. So best of luck. And Love is Coaches Under Our Heart. Always your home whenever you want to come on.
Thank you, Nico. And thank you to you guys as well for always supporting me, keeping up with me, and always rooting for me. And like I said, when you guys come over here, we'll have to give you a little tour and maybe go out for some food or something and show you the city. So thank you guys.
Claro que sí, claro que sí. Gracias, Danny, for this time. Everybody, that is the man, Danny Leyva, here on an exclusive for Sounder Our Heart and Love is Coaches. Hope everybody enjoy it. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to share this. We're going to get a lot more of these exclusives in. So really appreciate you. This is Niko Moreno signing off with Danny Leyva. Yeah.
Thank you, guys. See ya.
Let's go Sounders.